Hello, everybody. Uh, my name is Trevor, and today we're playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Um, so we are just about to push back, and that's our airplane right there. Um, yep. So, yep. So they are just about to push us back, and we are gonna get ready, or we will be ready for tack. Once we are pushed back, we will we will be ready, get everything ready to taxi. We're gonna start the engines. Um, all right, so we'll start the engines. That's engine two. Um, I can hear it getting started, and once that one on the right hits 25%. And there we go. And then once the thing clicks back, that means the engine has stabilized. Today we are flying to Phoenix, Arizona. Um, it should be a nice smooth flight. There we go. And then we'll set that guy to continuous and start the other one. Once that one gets to 25%, add, we'll click, we'll click this one up. All right. We'll wait a minute while the engine starts up before we officially, um, before we officially give them a call. All right. So we'll set that guy to continuous. We'll turn the generators on. Oh yeah, we forgot to give him a call. Confirm good engine straight. And then while we wait, um, we'll turn that to Gen 1. We'll turn the APU off and APU bleed. Turn on the packs so the passengers have air. Turn the isolation valve to auto. Probe heat on. We'll set the flaps for takeoff. There we go. And then this guy will give us, um, he will give us, um, he will give us, um, yep, so he gave us the pin. Um, all right. So now we just gotta check the flight controls. There we go. Then up, down, left, right, left, right on the rudder. And we should turn the taxi lights on. And then um, and then we should be ready to taxi. Um, we're gonna test the TCAS real quick so we can see all the traffic in our way. We're
TCAS test pass.
all right. Taxi lights are on. We can head to the runway. Don't worry, I have a map, so I know which way I'm going. Might as well slow down. Just because we're in a Southwest jet doesn't mean we want to taxi that fast. So we're turning right here, and then normally we would be taking off from the other direction, since there's nobody crossing the runway. Alright, so we can comfortably make this left turn. Alright, so we are gonna stop short of the runway, put the parking brake on, and do our before checklist. So, turn that guy on, turn that guy on, and turn that guy on. All the rest should be good. Turn these guys on so everybody can see us. Turn this guy off because we don't need it. Um, turn this guy to strobe and steady. Turn transporting ponder to TARA already. TFC on, and now all that's left is to start the timer and take our runway. All right, so I'll start the timer since we've technically taken the runway. All right, here we go. That's gonna be our takeoff settings, and there he's gonna
V1.
rotate. Then, hopefully, there we go. And hopefully it'll nose down a little, gear up. Now our after takeoff, auto brakes come off. Not that. Uh, engine start switches come off. Um, and then the gear lever comes off. Already put the autopilot on. The flaps come up. Runway turnoff lights come off. And then we don't need cabin lights because it's daytime. The beautiful Las Vegas. That's Lake Mead out there. And we should be flying over the Hoover Dam any second now. And we'll have a damn good time. All right. We're at 8,100 feet and climbing. Might as well zoom out my map so it's not having to update every second. All right, now the seatbelt signs can go off. And then the flight attendants can start their beverage service, and the passengers can drink their sorrows away now that they've gambled all their life savings away. Hopefully they didn't, but it is Las Vegas, so, you know. So we have leveled off at 12,000 feet. Probably because there's some sort of altitude restriction coming up. Uh, as far as I can see, there's just one 8,000 or above, but one of these two might have a flight restriction of below of 11 or 12,000 or below, so gotta obey that, I guess. We will have a flight um altitude, cruising altitude of 29,000 feet today. Um, and that should get us there in about an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Hopefully full 45 minutes, but you never know. We could have a strong headwind and slow us down. All right, it's making its next turn. Hopefully the passengers didn't get up right away. Yep, I was correct in one of the next one actually. Um, so once we pass 15,000 feet, we'll turn off our landing light. And once we get to 18,000 feet, we'll um, turn our altimeter settings to standard. Now we flew over the Hoover Dam. Um, provides power for California, Southern Nevada at least, and probably parts of Arizona. So, yeah, that's the entire reason why Vegas exists. Is because of the Colorado River and the Hoover Dam and Lake Mead. I've actually never been to the Hoover Dam. I've been to Boulder City, but never the Hoover Dam. Now we're climbing up to whatever, either 29,000 feet or our next altitude restriction. Yeah, that green line means we're gonna level off, and there's our top of climb right there. Um, and then 15,000 feet means we can turn our landing lights off. Um, there we go. And then just in a couple minutes, we'll Um, reset our altimeter. All right, you can click this button now. And we are almost to our cruising altitude. Just after we make our next turn in about 20 miles. All right. My iPad's not working. Or the in-game iPad, I mean. Nah. All right. So we are just about to make our left-hand turn. And it looks like this one is our last one on the departure. And then it looks like a short hop over to um, the, what's it called? Arrival. I might as well set up the arrival now. Looks like we aren't burning fuel. Uh, um, all right. Um, so we are gonna do that. Our 1,000 feet to go. Um, the Bruiser 1 at Wotro. I'm assuming that's how you say it. And then ILS 8. Um, and then let's see what will be good for us. I think just straight to final. Yeah, that works. And so at our next waypoint, um, okay, might as well set everything up for the landing as well. Excuse me. 111.75, and 75, 175, and then 078. Believe it or not, this is part of what pilots do to land. And depending on how bad the weather is, they'll let the autopilot do some of it. And then, um, our final approach fix will be mm, will be that one. But um and so we can um get the autopilot to descend that and do and 3,000 feet is what we want to end up at. And then um might as well get the descent winds while we're at it. All right. So now we just gotta wait for our top of descent, which is gonna be right there at, is that Wiener? Yeah, Wiener. That's a funny name. All right, and we will um get our landing data. Um, well, I guess we'd better get the weather too. 127.575. All right. Well, we're not close enough to get the Phoenix altimeter yet. Um, but for right now, we'll just assume that the data right now is correct. So flaps 30, auto brake 1 is what we want, and so if we go here, go here, go here, clear that, clear that, um, we should be good. So yeah, we are starting our descent into Phoenix. Um, and as of right now, the altimeter is 2995. Um, so I believe we are flying over the Grand Canyon right now. Um, Let me check my map. Um, no, we're not flying over the Grand Canyon, I don't think. Um, but, you know, I think the Grand Canyon is probably a little bit further north than we are. Yeah, it is. So, that's just a random mountain out there. Okay, so, so, yeah. All right. All right, so I guess we are prepared for our landing in Phoenix.
And uh, by the way, if you're watching this after the fact, um, I'm just rambling, so I can't figure out how to load the chat. um, but it is what it is. So, I guess this is another altitude restriction, so it should stay above 240,000 feet. So that's why it's descending so slow. It's not very busy on Flight Sim right now. Alright, it's gonna be loud for a sec. Just alright. Yeah, it's not very busy. It was busy at Vegas, but then again, that was a few minutes ago. Actually, that was 27 minutes ago. Um, but yeah.
Sky Harbor Airport information, Golf
There it
180
is.
Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 18,400 feet. Temperature 2 tree. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.88. ILS
All
runway
right.
8, ILS runway 7 left, and ILS runway 7 right in use. Landing in departing runway short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have golf.
Alright,
Sky Harbor
18,000
Airport
feet,
information
so we
golf
can click that
18000 Zulu.
off.
Wind calm.
And then
Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at
we'll
18,400
turn
feet.
on the landing lights right
Temperature,
now,
2
might
degrees.
as well we
Dew point 10. Altimeter
before I
29.88.
forget,
ILS runway 8 ILS runway 7 left.
turn
ILS
this chick off. And then once we get closer to 10,000 feet, we'll turn on the fasten seatbelt sign on. It hasn't been a turbulent flight, so there hasn't been a reason to have the seatbelt sign on, but normally they suggest that you keep them on when you're seated in case of turbulence. Okay. So, guess we'd better set our minimums. 1368. Thankfully, we're not landing in Denver. Alright. Passed it. Alright. Alright. So we are approaching 13,500 feet. And then once we get to about 11,000, we'll all have the passengers fasten their seatbelts. Pretty interesting mountains, interesting terrain. Alright, so we can click this guy on and have our passengers remain seated. And hopefully nobody was in the lavatory when I turned the light on. Um, yeah, it looks like I'll have to adjust the settings, um, and have, um, and enable the chat. Um, I'll have that for future reference. When I stream. All right. So we should have the airport somewhere. We should be. It should be one of these two guys, or these two dots out here to the left. So that means might as well set our flaps to 1 or 2. Yeah, 1. Unless there's speed restrictions, like we have to maintain a certain speed, but it doesn't look like it. Um, yeah, I mean, we're under the max speed for that particular intersection anyway, so. And then, once we cross this next one, we'll put another notch of flaps. Oh, there's our airport. I was wrong to say it was one of those two. Alright, so another notch of flaps. Okay, so we have the altimeter, localizer frequency, and course. We're just waiting to be able to arm it. I might as well set these guys back to continuous. And set flaps 5. Um, just to kinda slow down a little. And then as we're making our next turn, as we start heading toward, or turning towards our next waypoint or whatever. Oh. Okay. I decided to do another notch of flaps. And then on my checklist, it has me put the landing gear down before I do flaps 15. So I'll do that once we level off from our turn. Alright, looks like I can arm our approach. Now that it's starting to come in. Alright. So we are about 10 miles from landing. So, we'll put our landing gear down, do flaps 15. And then once I've put all the flaps I need for landing,
2,500.
so I don't want to just dump them all at once here. The thing with the approach, arming the approach, is I have to manually adjust my speed in the box here. Might as well add another. Things downtown Phoenix. I've actually never been to Phoenix before, so okay. So 133 is our magic number for our flaps 30. So I might as well put 133 in and set this guy to flaps 30, and that should be all the flaps we will need. Landing speed brake armed. There. So now,
1,000.
1,000 feet to go. Now I'm hand flying this.
Traffic. Traffic.
So we are a little low. I'm
500.
and a little to the left.
400.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
300.
Okay, so
Minimums. 200.
okay, runway is
100.
made.
50. 30. 20.
Sink rate.
That was a little firm. It might as well deploy the reversers. Okay, get the taxi map up. So I'll make the next one. Because that was a little too fast for my comfort in taxiing. So what gate are we going to? I'm guessing one of these gates in front of us. So might after landing, TFC comes off for both sides, and the speed brakes come down, and I already put the flaps up. Landing lights off. I forgot to turn on the runway turn off lights, but oh well. We had our landing lights on, and our strobe lights are going back to steady. And then engine switches come back to might as well turn the APU on. And we will turn off the auto brakes. So well, let's see where these first gates are. Show me spot. Not right in front of us. Okay. Okay, so let's all right. So that's Not gonna work. So be somewhere between 70. That's not gonna work either. Um, all right, I'll just do that one. Perfect. So, did I turn on your taxi lights? Yes, I did. I'm not ready for the APU gens yet. All right, so we are gonna have to make quite a wide turn, I think. Or no. Which one is it? Oh, there it is. Um, there's the muffler. Please cut engines. 5. Okay. That perking wasn't very good. Is the APU on? Well, I think it is. Okay. Uh, so... So... Okay. Now... Now we can put the jetway, operate the jetway southwest. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Um, thank you guys again for watching, and Yeah, I have to. I'm on a laptop, so. All right, you guys have a good day. See you later.